Hello everyone. As you can see, I did a bit of a boo-boo because I forgot to press the recording button when I was quotation mark recording the episode. Aren't I lucky? So I'll basically tell you guys what I did, which is quite simple. So it will be a very short episode, isn't that nice? First of all, the first thing we did, or I did, was I put little Edmund into a new home over here. And he moved in with Astrid. And then we removed the happiness, quotation mark happiness, from the housing. As you can see, it's like been 12 minutes ago since I did it. Sure. And the other part was I talked about the gathering part in the last episode took a lot of time. So in this one that I forgot to record, I'm gonna heckle myself for this all day. I had pre-gathered all the items and crafted all the items, all the tools that needed to build those items. So the first was I chose Morgan to build the water storage and tried to have a baby just to see if we were fourth time lucky. We weren't, but that's also pretty like 75% success rate right now of having children. That's actually a pretty good percentage, I would say that, indeed. And then I had Penelope start building the workshop, the workshop level 3, so we could start doing stuff. And then I started unlocking more items, because since we have unlocked all the items since last episode, I chose to start unlocking. Oh, there is something we can do in this episode, because I haven't actually pressed anything to unlock as the third thing, which is good. The second thing, or the first thing I decided to start unlocking was, we can actually unlock the emerald. Let's unlock the emerald. So, we actually did some active in this episode. I suck. I really hate myself. I was like, oh, that was a good episode. Damn, I forgot to record. But I decided to unlock was the resource storage number 2, and I talked about I would like to have the resource storage number 3 and the food storage number 3 before we start doing the events, due to the fact that all the items, materials and such you need to gather throughout the events, they take space in your food storage and your resource storage if it's the same as it usually is. I can only go by the memory I had from the previous plays I've gotten. So that's what I base it all about. And I also talked about that we can no longer progress in building rather workshop or more farm or the higher level farmhouses, because we need Riverside for that, because we need Ash. And I actually probably also Ash in the workshop. I can't remember why we can't unlock this one yet, or the Woodland Workshop number 3, because it says it requires Riverside. Interesting. And we come to the conclusion that we actually don't need to unlock much more than the resource storage and the food storage. And since we only have one resource material we can unlock other than the emerald we just clicked on, and that was sapphire. So we actually gotten quite far in unlocking all the items that we cannot possibly have at this moment at the level we are in. And the last thing is that if we go into our village history here, we can see Fallon has moved out of our village. And that's due to I got a marriage proposal yesterday in the middle of writing one of my final reports for a subject that I'm having, and I was so stressed out I didn't know actually when I was going to be able to record, so I accepted the proposal since it would be fair to the other player to answer back. But as you can see in this lovely picture, there was a horse, they rode to their village, and they're so happy. And if we go to the family tree here, we can see the lucky bachelor his name was George. Now, if it's the same type of family tree that we have in the tablet version as well as we have in the Facebook version, we can actually see when they get a kid. We can see that family's history as well. So it's actually going to be very interesting to see this massive family tree suddenly just appear at some point. And I would be very excited to see that at some point. They just kind of just scroll down and down and down and go. I have used a lot of time on this game suddenly, because you go like 500 years through. I don't know why I mentioned 500 years, but that's 500 days, so that could be quite a lot of generations you go through there. So, yeah, so I apologize for that, what happened. I have been tired, I've been stressed out, and apparently that makes me forget to press my recording button on my recording program, which is basically in front of my face, winking at me when I'm not recording. So, or waving, blinking, whatever. So it would probably be an early night for me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day, because I have nothing more to report in this episode. I'm sorry. So I hope you have a fantastic day or night or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.